it could last a month or so. It can last a month or so. I think they're like $5 at Walmart for a good sized can. It's like $5 at Walmart for a good sized can. But I mean, you need to dump this change out in here tonight before it comes all out. Yeah, you need to try to save it. Because it would fall out, it would fall out into the sea. It doesn't really work very well when it's like that. I prefer it to be like that when it's out. Yeah. But the problem is when I have it closed, it cuts off the gas can and shuts it off. So I need to have yes, but it stays on and running like this when I have this closed, attached and closed. When the phone is closed, it stays on and recording. Radar sign. Radar sign knows what it is. Radar sign knows what it is. Yeah, we're hoping that, yes, but I may still, if I'm able to get the, continue to get the $235 a week. I want to try to put together about $500 for the first deployment. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta accelerate that. I take my time. It's raining right now. It depends on what's in that trailer. Yeah, because I don't want to have us, no, we did fine here. Yeah, but it's boring just sitting there, waiting for things to open. I like to get there at 6 o'clock, so we're not sitting outside. Well, they don't always do that. Yeah, it depends on who's working it. It depends on who's working it, so they do. Yeah, every couple of weeks they change the crew schedule, so... How did we do last week on the, yep. Yeah, good. Okay, good. Good, yeah. No, that was me. That was not him, that was me. Yep. Yeah, because I kind of feel like a restricted field now. I like to feel like I'm really open. I like to be opened up and feel like we're open and not restricted. I don't feel like I'm restricted.